You've seen animals do things that feel like a glitch in reality, creatures that sense invisible forces, survive conditions that should be fatal, and live for centuries as if time doesn't apply to them. Tonight, we're not doing myths, we're doing documented biology that still leaves scientists with uncomfortable gaps. Because the most terrifying mysteries are the ones hiding inside nature, right in front of us. In this episode, every case is real, and for each one I'll tell you what science does know, and what still doesn't fully add up. If one of these sounds impossible, remember, nature doesn't need magic. It only needs mechanisms we haven't completely understood yet. Every year, birds cross continents with accuracy that makes our GPS feel fragile. We know they use the sun, stars, landmarks, even smell in some species. But the strangest part is their ability to detect Earth's magnetic field. The leading idea involves light-sensitive proteins in the eye, possibly creating a kind of magnetic compass that the brain can interpret, and another idea points to magnetic particles in the beak region. The mystery is that researchers still debate the exact biological hardware and how the brain turns magnetism into a navigational map. Birds aren't just flying, they're reading something we can't see. Sea turtles return to the same nesting beaches after traveling thousands of miles, sometimes decades later. Experiments suggest they can imprint on the magnetic signature of a coastline and later recognize it like an address. But the part that still raises questions is precision. Earth's magnetic field shifts over time, and oceans distort signals. So how do turtles stay accurate across years of drift and change? Some researchers propose they constantly recalibrate using multiple cues, but the exact internal mapping system remains a black box, an ancient navigation technology inside a living animal. Octopuses solve puzzles, open containers, escape aquariums, and learn through observation in ways that feel eerily human. But what makes them truly strange is how their nervous system is distributed. So many neurons sit in the arms that each arm can perform complex actions semi-independently. Scientists can measure learning and memory, but the deeper mystery is still philosophical and biological. What does thinking look like when the body itself has decentralized control? Is it one mind, or a network of minds coordinating? The octopus doesn't just challenge biology, it challenges the meaning of consciousness. There is a jellyfish species famous for an unsettling ability. Under stress, it can revert from an adult stage back to an earlier stage, essentially rewinding its life cycle. That doesn't mean it can't die. Predators and disease still exist, but the cellular reprogramming is real and has fascinated biologists who study aging. The mystery is how far this reset can go, what triggers it reliably, and whether similar mechanisms could exist in other animals in hidden forms. In nature, aging may not be a one-way street for every creature. Tardigrades, tiny water bears, can survive extreme dehydration, freezing, high radiation, and even the vacuum-like conditions of space exposure in certain experiments. We know they enter a cryptobiotic state, slowing life processes to a near standstill, and they may use protective molecules to stabilize cells. But the mystery is not just survival, it's recovery. How do their cells restart without catastrophic damage? Which protective systems matter most? Researchers are still untangling the exact recipe that makes their resilience so absurdly effective. Greenland sharks can live for centuries, possibly far longer than any human civilization's memory of them. Their slow metabolism in cold, deep waters is part of the explanation, but longevity isn't just about moving slowly. Scientists still study how their tissues resist typical aging damage, how their cells maintain function for so long, and what trade-offs this extreme life strategy requires. The mystery isn't whether they live a long time, the mystery is how their biology keeps them working across centuries like a machine that refuses to break. In Antarctic waters, there are fish that survive with something that sounds impossible. They lack hemoglobin, the protein that makes blood red and carries oxygen efficiently. Instead, oxygen dissolves directly into their blood plasma, and their bodies compensate with unusual circulatory traits. The mystery isn't that this exists, we can measure it. The mystery is evolution. How did such an extreme system appear and remain viable, and what hidden vulnerabilities does it create? This is nature rewriting rules that feel non-negotiable. Naked mole rats live unusually long for their size and show remarkable resistance to cancer in many observations. Researchers have proposed multiple protective mechanisms, unique cellular contact inhibition, specialized molecules in their tissues, and other defenses. But the puzzle remains complex. Biology rarely relies on one magic shield. How do these mechanisms interact, and why don't more animals evolve the same protections? The mole rat looks like a joke until you realize it may carry some of the most serious biological secrets on Earth. Axolotls can regenerate limbs, parts of organs, and complex tissue structures with precision, without turning the process into uncontrolled growth. Scientists study the gene regulation, the formation of a blastema, a regenerative cell mass, and the signals that guide rebuilding. But the mystery is control. How does the animal know exactly what to regrow, where to stop, and how to reconnect nerves and tissues so perfectly? If humans had even a fraction of this capability, medicine would look like science fiction. Mantis shrimp have one of the most complex visual systems known, with photoreceptors that detect a wide range of light information, including polarization. But here's the mystery. Having more sensors doesn't automatically mean better color perception, the way humans experience it. Some researchers suggest their brains may process visual data differently, perhaps faster, perhaps less detailed, in human terms, but optimized for survival signals. It's a reminder that even when we map the hardware, we still don't fully understand the experience inside the animal's mind. Whales dive to depths that would crush a human body and then return to the surface repeatedly, day after day. We understand some adaptations, collapsible lungs, oxygen management, and circulation changes, but researchers still investigate how they avoid decompression problems, how they manage nitrogen, and how their tissues tolerate pressure cycles. What looks effortless is actually an extreme physiological balancing act, and we still don't have the full blueprint. Electric eels can generate powerful electric discharges to stun prey and defend themselves. The mechanism involves specialized cells acting like biological batteries, stacked to increase voltage. But the mystery is efficiency and control. How does the eel avoid shocking itself into dysfunction? How does it regulate output so precisely? And how did evolution scale such a system to such intensity? It's not just electricity, it's a living, controllable weapon engineered by nature. And that's the first set, real animals with real abilities that still leave open questions at the edge of what biology can explain. In part 2, we'll go darker. Creatures with behavior so strange it looks like manipulation, camouflage that feels impossible, and survival tricks that should not work, yet do. If you want that episode next, tell me in the comments which case shocked you the most, and subscribe to World of Mysteries.